Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the welterweight bout for the undisputed welterweight title, Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington 2. And how I see this fight right here is I think it's all Usman. I know a Colby Covington fanboy just heard that like typo right in like, oh my gosh, he said Covington. That's the truth. That's the truth. It's Covington. Usman's a great fighter and whatnot, but Covington's gonna win this one. I want him to win so we get the trilogy, but that's not the case. I feel like Usman has advanced much further beyond Covington at this point. If it is turned to be a exciting fight, great. But ultimately, no matter how this fight goes, I feel like Usman's going to get his hand raised. I feel like at this point, we're starting to see the exit stage of Covington, in my opinion. Like, especially when you start seeing these guys like Khamzat Chimaev come up, and then some other guys. I feel like he beat like the Gilbert Burns and still beat the Leon Edwards potentially, and definitely beat the Jorge Masvidals of the world. But these new Russians and Kazakhstan fighters that coming up that, got real good wrestling backgrounds and much more polished striking and much more dangerous on the feet, and also got the power and technique advantage and more technical boxing and whatnot. Then Covington, those guys gonna make him look like Paulie Malignaggi. Right now he look like maybe a Pacquiao or something, or maybe look like a obviously I'm not saying style, I'm not saying position wise. Like he looking like Shane Mosley or whatnot of the division, like he looking like a 1A, 1B, or looking like he's in the talks. But these other guys gonna just knock him completely out of that. I feel like when they get in there, like, because he's looking like the 1A, 1B. Well, I'm gonna say, matter of fact, it's like Mayweather and Pacquiao. Right now, Usman is Mayweather and what's name Pacquiao. Like it's looking like they like 1A, 1B, like they both that. But then Usman beat him, so he clearly said, "I'm number one." It was like 1A, 1B up until they fought. And then Usman became number one. Covington became number two, and he still rode that two position for a long time, even though he has not really been fighting that much. But now he's gonna get reminded that he's number two, and also, yeah. But yeah, coming this fight, what has Covington really has what has he really shown different? Like, still got to do a whole lot of volume. Probably the best cardio actively in MMA right now. Probably highest pace, highest activity, highest wrestling, best gas tank. Usman's gas tank is right up there as well. But definitely Covington works at higher pace than Usman. I would say his cardio is better than Usman, but not a degree where he's gonna be able to smother and outwork Usman by such a great degree. And also Usman got the ultimate equalizer. He got his power, whereas Covington only got consistent power. And then what has Covington done? He beat Tyron Woodley, who also got beat by a YouTuber. So what does that mean? And Woodley was on the worst losing streak of his career and still riding that losing streak. So it's not like that's a big win. So a win over Woodley, and like that's what he's done in the last 3 years. Then coming in, I don't think he's gonna change all that much. Like he might try to mix in the wrestling a little bit more, but I feel like Usman will be more than prepared to address that wrestling and probably mix in his own takedowns as well. So I feel like wrestling gonna even out. Striking is gonna be once again Covington with the volume, a little bit more in the volume, both pushing high pace. But again, not Woodley, but again, Usman's going to have the power, and the shot's ultimately going to be landing heavier. Now, let me go back. Let me give another message to you, Covenant fans. No disrespect, like cool, y'all like y'all who y'all like, and whatever case may be, it's MMA. But let's just completely cut that delusion that Covenant was exactly winning. I feel like Usman was winning from the jump. I'm not gonna say like from the jump, but overall, that whole picture that Usman needed that finish, or I mean, got a lucky finish, was it all just started from that finish. Like the finish just saved Usman, and not like Usman was building up to that finish. Usman was winning the whole fight in as far as the mile, as far as the overall battle, because he was digging the body shots. And yes, Covenant will land some little overhands at times that maybe look like they hurt Usman a lot, but probably really didn't. Usman is not had some other case maybe. Whether they hurt him or not, tag him or not, make him feel him or not. Ultimately, it was shots that weren't really wearing on Usman to the point where like he's on skates the whole fight because his brain scrambled. It wasn't scrambling his brain. It was like, oh, he's so out of it and so lost in the fight. Like, yeah, you caught me. I'm like this. Like, yeah, I felt that. But the thing that was really being felt and putting the long-term interest was the body shots of Usman. Usman was attacking the body, and every single time the teeps, the body shots, clean counters, and even in the highlights, they don't show those body shots. When you watch this fight, you see all those body shots. He was landing body shots, clean body shots on Covington at all points of the fight. Like every single round, clean counter body shots, clean teeps, and every single body kick that they did not show in the highlight. You might say, oh, they didn't show this, they didn't show that. But the real thing that they didn't show was, which was actually low-key the biggest thing, was the body shots of Usman. And those were every single time drawing a reaction out of Covington. And that's why I feel like he was really winning the long fight. A fight between two guys with high cardios, high pace, high level. He was doing that high IQ thing and attacking the body. The body, overall, at a higher level, body shots are far more valuable than head shots overall. And he was digging, and you start to see Colby Covington wilt every single time he got tagged to the body. And that's another reason why his hands were low. He's talking about his hands were low because he was getting hit to the body. That's why his hands low. Not because, oh, he's been sloppy. He was getting dug to the body. So stop lying. Stop being a loser. Stop being a lame. Admit you were getting dug to the body. That's why your hand dropped. Stop lying. Stop trying to delude your fans. You was getting dogged to the body, and that's why your hands dropped. It wasn't because, and you can go back, watch the fight 1,000 times, look at it with a clear eye, not a delusional eye. And you can see that those body shots are digging. Even the ref said, that man getting hit to the body. I think with Cormier, somebody said, like, every single time he gets to the body, he's reacting. So it's not like some delusion. It's not no reach. This is actually what happened. But again, this video is overextending. It's not a Usman fanboy or anything like that. It's just I saw what I saw. But either way, I feel like Covington has been doing enough. He hasn't really done anything. He fought Willie, which doesn't really count too much. Usman been out there putting in work, making a trek to being one of the greatest of all time. Whereas Covington been holding on to this one loss, really. Matter of fact, actually holding on to one loss. Probably come in the best shape of his life, but not gonna be enough. I feel like Usman's still gonna be. I feel like Usman's been battle tested, will come in sharp and be able to address all that Covington's bringing at him, but that clean shots and be able to put him out there earlier. Like I said, be able to dig to that body again, be able to stick the jab on Covington, be land keeps the body, and really just start to find what he already found in the first fight and find it earlier. Like Covington will try to make some adjustments, but at most I see him making it 3 rounds, but I'm gonna say second round TKO for Usman. So in this fight, I got Kamaru Usman via second round TKO.